All right, so today we're doing applications of Pythagoras. So application just means we're now going to add in like a real world scenario into it where we can use Pythagoras to solve for probably one of the sides of the triangle. So as we said, our Pythagoras' rule, we're just recapping, is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. And remember, that's from a right angle triangle. The C has to be the hypotenuse and the other two sides are A and B. All right, so let's read through what they're telling us to do with these applications. It says, when applying Pythagoras' theorem, so this is Pythagoras' theorem over here, just means the rule. Follow these steps. Identify and draw a right angle triangle or triangles you need in order to solve the problem. Label the triangle and place the pronumeral letter on the side length that is unknown. So use Pythagoras' theorem to find the value of the pronumeral. Pronumeral meaning the letter, that you don't know, and answer the question. It says written questions should have a written answer. So if they say what's the height of the tree, just write the tree equals. So you don't have to write a big sentence, just have to use the corresponding word that they're using. So draw a diagram we're going to do these little examples here. It says, draw a diagram for each of the following questions. You don't need to answer the question. So they just want us to set up the diagram. So here I'm going to do 1A down here. And it says, a 2.4 metre ladder is placed 1 metre from the foot of a building. So what I'm going to draw is I've got a ladder, okay, and it's 2.4 metres and it's placed 1 metre from the foot of the building. So say it's leaning up against this here, this is the building, and they're saying it's 1 metre from the foot of the building. So from there to the foot of the ladder, and so there you've got, and it says how far up the building will the ladder reach? So in that instant, that will be the question, so they don't want us to solve it at the moment, but we can just do that. We'll do that in a minute. All right, so B, the diagonal of a rectangle with a length of 18 centimetres is 24. How wide is the rectangle? So if you draw a rectangle and they've said the length of this rectangle is 18 centimetres and they said the diagonal is 24 centimetres, their question is, what is the width? So you can see you've got a little right angle triangle in there. So you could set that one up and answer that. And C, Sebastian walks 5 kilometres north, then 3 kilometres west. How far is he from his starting point? So when you have these ones, I'm just going to draw lightly a little compass here. So when we start talking about like you're walking, so here's my little compass, north, south, there's east, and there's west, okay? So draw a little light compass and then do what he says. He walks 5 kilometres north. So he went, I'm just going to change this to pen. So he walked 5 kilometres along the north, and then 3 kilometres west. So say that's way is west. So he's walked 3 kilometres. And it says how far, this was the start, remember? It says how far is he from the starting point. So you can see, if you went straight back to the starting point, that would be the distance, That'd be how far he's got to walk. And you can see we've set up a right angle triangle in there, so we could use Pythagoras, They actually want to know the hypotenuse, okay? So there's us drawing up those diagrams. Now this question here, the two vertical poles, I'm just going to do it underneath, So 2 vertical poles are 2 meters and 5 meters high. So if you think about it, I've got, say, one pole and another pole, all right? So they're both along the ground. They said this one's 5 and this one's 2, and they're 4 meters apart. So along here is 4. It says find the distance between the top of the 2 poles. So can you see what they want is they want this distance here. Yeah? That's the distance they want. Now, can you see I can make a little right angle triangle in here? Okay? So if I just redraw that right angle triangle that I'm going to use, so you can see this is the distance between the 2 poles. Now, what would this little distance in here be? Can anyone see? If all this is 5, but this pole only up to here would be 2. So what's this little distance in here going to be?
2.
What's 5 minus 2? 3. So this... Okay, so we found that this was 3 meters. So this is 3 meters between the distance, between the heights of the buildings, and you knew that along here, which would be the same as along the bottom, was 4 meters. So therefore you can find out what the distance is. So you just use Pythag again. We're not gonna do them because you already know how to do that part of it.